I'm Trent Pederson, and I train reining cow horses and reiners. We started using the P3 machine about 3 years ago, and it did take me a while to trust it and rely on it, because I'm pretty skeptical about those things. The first time that I really had success with it was we had a horse and it had a really sore back, and we used that on it one time. And we could feel a huge difference in the way it carried itself. It used itself a lot stronger from behind. He just continued to lope a lot better, and he used his back a lot more than what he was beforehand. So we continued using that on him. And we've also had success with suspensories and tendons and stuff like that. It's increased the healing time, and we've been able to get back to them and ride them a lot sooner than expected. We also use it on horses that we feel it needs to be maintained, like an everyday program on horses that are really tight-bodied and stuff like that. It seems to help them. And then there's other horses too that we just start using it a couple weeks before the show and just make sure that we keep using it every day. I found that it helped them a lot with using it on their shoulders and their necks, helping a horse turn around, freeing their shoulders up and stuff. And when I do use it, I pretty much use it over the whole body, because if they're sore someplace in their shoulders or something like that, they're probably going to be a little sore on their back or their hind end. And when we go to the shows, we just do a whole body treatment. We just start at their neck and work all the way down to their hocks. And we've just had a lot of success with making a horse feel better and perform better. Like the older horses, they, they're broke, they're trained, but the hardest part, I think, is keeping the longevity in them without having to ride them all the time, because you don't have to ride them all the time. You have to just maintain a physical program for them to keep them in shape, so that when you do go back and start training them, that they are physically ready for getting stepped up and getting ready for a horse show. And then last year I showed Please Nicker. He's a chick please, and we ended up winning the world show with him. But he's an older horse. He does have a few issues. He gets really stiff, and we use that religiously on him to keep his muscles loose and feeling good. Because when you do go compete at the world show and at that higher level, any advantage that you could possibly have walking in that pen is just better for you, and you know that you've done everything you possibly can do for that horse to perform at that high level. Sammy Bear, she showed the same horse this year at the Youth World, and she ended up winning that, and the machine helped us just keep that horse physically sound, loose, and the horse comfortable, because he does get sore on his hind end a lot, and when we started using that machine on him, we just felt like he was a lot more comfortable, and Sammy could feel the difference in it, and that made her feel a lot more comfortable with her horse, knowing that that machine does work and it makes her horse feel better. So in other words, it makes her feel more confident walking in that pen, and that's a huge advantage to a non-pro and an open rider.